Hello, friends, and welcome to the CarJitsu 6 Single Night Tournament. Tonight, we have 4 talented jiu-jitsu practitioners going head-to-head inside of a Toyota Scion. These ladies are ready to get busy, so let's go down to the car and our host, Dallin Getling.
All right, I'm here with Tyler Held. She is our first female competitor tonight. And just tell us a little bit about yourself. What do you do for a living?
I'm a certified mental performance consultant, and I also run the kids program at my gym.
Jiu-jitsu.
Jiu-jitsu gym, yeah.
Right on.
Yeah.
No, say, what was the title again? I don't want to mess it up.
Certified mental performance consultant.
Certified mental. Okay, so I'm assuming that you had a really good talk with yourself before this match to make sure you were ready to go.
Yeah, I did my pre-performance routine and my visualization, and it's hard to visualize something that you've never done before,
Right.
and so it'll be interesting. But I've got some mental skills up my sleeve.
Right on. So do you usually, is it like a coaching thing? You help athletes?
Yeah, so I was in the horse industry for a long time. I work with a lot of equestrian clients, a lot of fear, a lot of injury in that sport. So that's my main focus. And I just love it. I do Zoom calls with people all over the country.
That is very cool. Any other accolades or anything that something that you've done that's kind of out there?
Yeah, I have drank a 6-pound milkshake.
I didn't think that was. Wait, in what time frame?
It was an hour.
You're kidding. I thought you couldn't do that.
I probably drank like 5 pounds of it in the first 10 minutes, and I was like sitting over the cup, like wanting to mental toughness out the last bit of this.
Was this an actual competition or just like a dare? Or what?
It was like a diner in Annapolis, Maryland that does, so Annapolis is the Naval Academy, and a lot of the Navy Academy guys do the milkshake challenge a lot, and I had been reading a bunch of books.
You just get the milkshake for free or something?
Yeah, you get the milkshake for free and you get your picture on the wall if you finish it, but I think you have to pay for the milkshake if you didn't. But I finished the milkshake.
That's impressive.
And proceeded to throw up.
Okay, we didn't tell us about
You know.
Yes, but you didn't do it. You still were in the time frame.
I was good. I was good. Yeah,
well, congratulations.
I got my picture on the wall.
Well, hopefully that you didn't do that recently and you're good to go.
It was a couple years ago.
Okay. All right. Well, you did win the coin toss, so I'm going to let you go ahead and check out the car, and you can pick whichever seat you want to sit in to start off. Okay.
Okay. Awesome.
All right. Good luck.
Thank you so much.
And our next competitor, Katie Bochenek. So Katie, tell me what you do for a living.
So I'm a registered nurse. I've been doing that for about a year now. So whenever I'm not at work, I train, I listen to Nickelback, and that's basically it.
Nickelback. She's a big Nickelback fan. And so you're a registered nurse. I actually was talking to her, and she does, I don't remember the exact title, but some kind of a sports mental, so she gave herself a pep talk. I'm hoping if one of you guys gets hurt, then you're going to step in and help?
Oh, hell yeah, dude. It's all about taking care of your opponents after the match, During the match, game on, but after the match, you can always help them out.
And what is your sports background?
So sports background, I came from a powerlifting background, just like Tyler. I rode horses. I worked at a barn for 10 years. I coached, I trained, and all that kind of stuff. But I've since then left the horse industry, and now basically I'm jiu-jitsu full-time. But I originally was a powerlifter, so I had world records when I was 17. I traveled all over the country for that. I did cheerleading. I made fun of the cheerleaders in high school, ended up on the cheer team in college. So go Bearcats.
Right on. So are you still doing powerlifting at all?
So I actually still lift heavy. I got my coach, shout out Coach Tom Soroka, he's a great guy. So he does my lifting programs, and I still lift heavy, and I did a rack pull of 405 last week. So I feel good, I feel strong, and ready to do this shit.
Okay, right on. And I know you've got something there that you want to do a shout out for?
Oh, yeah. So I just want to plug my brand, Aggressive Motivation Apparel. We have my aspiring stepmom rash guard out here right now, rocking it. So if you're interested in rash guards, don't be afraid to shoot me a DM. We also have a few different shirts available. Small Dick, Big Dreams, one of my favorites. If you guys are interested, check it out.
So you're aspiring stepmom, so you're not a stepmom.
No.
Okay, so what? Tell me what your main goal is then.
It's all about having big dreams, and one of my dreams is to be a stepmom.
Right on.
Tell your dad I said what's up.
Oh my goodness. Okay. Well, we're gonna go ahead and go to the car. All right.
Let's do it.
All right. Let's do it.
Okay, so then you go back to the interview station.
All right, go ahead and check out the car.
Yeah.
Looks like you were trying to see. Look good.
Horn doesn't work.
Buckle up. Put your hands down.
All right, Mark, here we go. We've got a nice start to the action here, and immediately we see a new technique here from Katie. Katie grabs the gi pants of her opponent rather than the seatbelt, uses them for leverage to pull herself into mount, and now she is in an extremely dominant position, Mark.
Yeah, shove that. I told her to shove that face down in there. She's a powerlifting world champ, JT. She's got so much strength. She's going to be, looks like a force out here. And she loves that camera. She loves the spotlight.
Yeah, she does. She loves to compete and she loves to entertain, but she's not winning the fight just yet. She's got a big, tall brown belt underneath her that is just as eager for the win today. And I have to tell you, she's allowed this brown belt to have wrist control, which is a no-no. That's what I always tell you, Mark. You always let me have wrist control, and that's not the smartest move.
Yeah, but I can let you have anything and still dominate your ass.
You
So it
can't
doesn't
get
matter.
your-
I just take a break when I go with you.
True, but
Yes.
I've never had you get
Hey,
your
look at
wrist
this,
out.
JT. She's
Look,
got it
it's-
in a real dominant position here. Seatbelt, everything. What do you think? Look at this.
Well, keeping in mind that you have to win the round by submission, Mark, I don't necessarily know that this round is in the process of being won. There's only 3 minutes in the round to work. Now, it is a very dominant position by Katie, but that doesn't mean that she's winning the round. She's got to tap her opponent before the end of the 3 minutes. I've not seen a more
She
dominant
may be
position.
playing possum on the bottom, just saving some energy here, but we haven't seen many arm bars. You just can't use them hips.
She's really thinking about that arm bar. She's going to have to go vertical here. She's going to have to be sideways across the front and passenger seat. But it does look like she's thinking of throwing it. What we'll see there is we'll see that right leg come over the head, and she'll put her back in the driver's seat, and that will be the arm bar finish, the first.
Just get mean up here and attack that throat. Let's go.
Now she's
Crank
got a-
that neck off. Let's go.
She got such a great position here that Tyler is being forced to just defend for the entire first round, which is exhausting, but she has done so successfully.
There she go.
And now she wants the hell out of there, Mark.
What a fight we got going here, JT. Love these
Fantastic.
women.
Keeping her arms in tight. Now she's mounted in the driver's seat.
The importance of being on top, JT. She's got to survive on the bottom, and maybe it's a good idea to save some energy out there, but she's got to get more physical on top, I think, right here. Go for the throat, shove her face.
Katie's using her head here to post. Still working.
Use the
still
top of
working.
their head.
Okay, she's in a position here. She wants that. Okay, she wants the choke, but I can't see from the other angle whether or not it's in. It does look like it could be a darce, but
It's not in.
it's difficult to see. Now, it looks like Tyler's grabbing the seatbelt. She's got some sort of attack planned here. Very difficult to see from my vantage point, Mark.
Looks like she's been in a car before doing this kind of stuff.
Yeah, this is an absolutely dominant performance by Katie, but not a finish.
Aspiring stepmom. She looked me in the eye and said that, JT. Oh, there she, look at her.
Okay, and Katie's now out of the car, and we're going to switch seats for round two. You know, earlier when Katie was doing her pre-fight registration or photo shoot, Mark, she was doing the splits and handstands and all kinds of incredible stuff. And I think our photographer got quite a few photos of it. But this is a very athletic woman. She's a purple belt in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, and she's overmatched a little bit on paper. But in athleticism, it looks like a pretty even matchup.
World champ powerlifter.
Round two underway, Mark.
Gets that top position rather easily.
Katie's
Just
very
can't let
strong.
that happen.
Just sliding that knee across and again in mount. This is a tough situation for Tyler, but don't count her out just yet. She is the most experienced of the four women we have competing today.
Tyler's defense has been amazing this fight, but let's see what she can do on the offensive side. Not
Tyler's-
much when your hands are tied up like that.
Absolutely. Tyler loves to have fun when grappling. There's a lot of comedy during her matches, but right now you can see on her face that she is absolutely struggling to get through the second round and force the third round
That
to occur.
seatbelt's tight.
It's a tough situation here, but she doesn't want to lose.
Tight seatbelt. Look at that, JT.
Wow, Katie, absolutely dominating the match, but
Face
still
turning
no
red.
finish.
Look at the fight. These girls are really letting it all out there.
Two
for
very
sure.
strong grapplers here, Mark. Fantastic match so far.
She takes a big interest in straight wrestling. That's what I liked about her a lot.
Absolutely. Tyler now putting her feet on the dash, looking for a little leverage. She wants to push herself between the seats into the back, but Katie's not allowing that. Katie wants to choke with the seatbelt. And she just might get it, Mark. We're getting close here. As the end of the round nears, you can see just a little bit of urgency here on the part of Katie to finish. Holy smokes,
Tried
Mark.
to open the door to squeeze out that way, but it's tight.
I'm very impressed with the defense of Tyler Held, Mark. Unbelievable defense. She's been in a bad position for all of the first 6 minutes. Unbelievable that she's still in the match. And if she can make it to the bell, we will have a third round in the back seat.
She's been on top
Okay,
the
she's
entire fight.
really taking a barrage of attempts from Katie. And, okay, that looks like Katie's transitioning from the back to mount. Wow.
I've never. She's going to show other people the benefit of using that seatbelt. She's come close a lot of times in this fight.
Yeah, she's
in my opinion,
really
you weren't too
keeping her
concerned
opponent.
about it.
Yeah, well, she's keeping her opponent's mind busy. There goes
Yep.
the armbar. Wow.
Time.
30 seconds left in the round, Mark. This is an unbelievable match so far. My favorite match of the night.
Taking all kinds of risk here. I love it. Going away from the game plan, going for the knee bar. It's going to be really hard to get this. Is that
Now
what that
they-
is, JT, a knee bar?
Well, it looks like they've got the door open. One of them has opened the door. The officials have pulled the mat out. So if either one of them is to reach out of the car and touch the ground, immediately we will have to restart the match. And right now would be a
Here's where it
really
gets
good time.
dangerous.
Okay, that's going to be the end of the round. We see some
Right
good.
when she went for the ankles, that's where it gets
Absolutely.
dangerous.
We see a good show of sportsmanship here. Now again,
How did
these
you
ladies
get
are going to
this
switch
like
seats
this?
and
What the-
immediately
try
start
bringing your body
in
this
the
way a
third.
little bit.
Excuse me,
It's
in the
so-
back seat for the third round. There will be no break
What
between
the-
rounds, however.
Go down for the
That is
ankles
crazy.
what I think.
We're looking here like
You might
we've got
need to
somebody
loosen the
stuck
front of
to
it
that.
so we
Oh
get
my
the
goodness! I
string
knew this was going to happen.
Yeah,
We just missed by a few inches. Now the gear shift all the way through the gi pants is a first here.
How did that happen, Jade? How does it get through that little hole?
I don't know, man. I've never really had that experience, but I know that Kyron Bowen, our lead official, looks like he's having a hard time dislodging the competitor from the car. Getting an inadvertent recovery break here. You
There we
can see
go.
Katie pacing behind the trunk of the vehicle. She's now sitting on the trunk of the vehicle.
Both these women are in great shape. Look at them, hardly breathing in between rounds. Always the entertainer there, looking sharp still, not even tired. Been on top the whole fight.
Now Katie's asking, where is her opponent? It's time to start round 3, and Tyler Held has just been dislodged. Oh, she says, here, take the center console, ref. All right, Tyler's going to have to pull her hair back and jump in the car here. She has just undergone 2 incredibly dominant performances by her opponent, and now she's on equal turf in the back seat. Now, we've got 3 minutes here, Mark.
Used
for
your tactic there, getting slow back into the car. That's what
that's
you
not
do
my
against
tactic.
me in between rounds, but you would never make it to the third
I'm
round.
just being respectful of your age, Mark.
Yeah.
Okay, no seatbelt in the back seat, friends. So as soon as the match starts, instant action. Here we go.
Once again,
Tyler to her back, Katie in the guard.
jiu-jitsu instructor.
Is
Owns
Tyler Held-
her own
She
gym.
does. Tyler Held has her own gym back home.
She's comfortable on her back, but I don't think it's wise to be on your back in a car. It's not
I
really.
agree.
It's a fight in there. She's been getting physical on top. Once
Katie,
again,
Katie really wants that arm. She really is attacking. I wish that we had some sort of a count here. I should have made a count of how many attempts by Katie. What an incredibly busy fight and a very active competitor. But she still hasn't pulled the submission on Tyler Held. Tyler's defense has been unshakable.
impeccable. How does this third round work there, JT? How do you win or lose?
Okay, at the end of the third round, if we have not seen a submission, we will immediately go into sudden death. And during sudden death,
okay.
the first point scored wins the match. So it's still anybody's game.
You ain't kidding. She's been using a lot of energy this whole fight on top. The defense is, she stayed calm pretty much down there. A couple times her eyes are bulging out.
I agree. I'm really impressed with how Katie is blending her wrestling and her jiu-jitsu for the car specifically. Not sure what's happening here. She's got it looks to be the driver's side rear seat belt and the passenger side front seat belt, both. And right now, just top pressure. Tyler wants to sit up, posture up a little bit, but of course she's still going to have to guard the seat belt. And once she can get a hand on it, then she can use it for leverage. Okay, now she's got a hand on one seat belt, she's got a hand on the other, and Katie's still attacking, Mark. This almost looks like a crime in progress.
But it's anybody's game still, but she's getting close to taking the back here. That'd be big.
Yeah, these girls are trying literally anything to advance and win the match. What a fantastic match we've got. From outside, you can see the Scion rocking. There is a lot of action. It is about 82 degrees inside the vehicle right now, and these two women have been going at it for the better part of 8 minutes now.
Well-conditioned machines, both these women.
Unbelievable. This is the first time at CarJitsu Championship for both women. Both very excited to compete today.
What we got here?
Our officials taking a really good look at the action. Tyler's going to go ahead and use the seat post.
Work your way up.
Change in posture, but she's risking that right arm by doing so. So now she's pulled it back in, and Katie just has not stopped attacking for the entire first round. Unbelievable.
She went right for the seatbelt when she reached off with it and only had one arm under the throat. So we'll see if she got an advantage here. Can't see this view we got.
All right, we're in sudden death here.
Yeah.
Yep. Yep.
And it looks like we've got mount. And that's going to be a match, Mark. Katie's going to win by mount.
We had a bad camera angle, but she must have finally got that seatbelt to work, JT.
Absolutely.
Woo!
She got mount in sudden death. She scored a point and won the match on points. So Tyler's going to go talk to the medic, and Katie's going to meet Dallin Getling in the front seat for the post-fight interview.
All right. Well, you lasted the whole.
You're not putting yourself on?
No.
Fine.
Sorry, I'm not a single dad.
I didn't want another match anyway.
Well, you were from top to bottom. You were dominating. You got the top position. You seemed like you had to jump on her. It looked like that powerlifting came in handy. You were just,
heavy hips.
Yeah,
Heavy hips.
Yeah. And at the very beginning, though, I noticed you were trying to get the seatbelt and it was catching.
Yeah.
Did you give up on it?
No.
So you came back to it later, right?
So my strategy is when a seatbelt catches, go to the other one.
Okay.
If we're in the back, go to the other one.
Right.
If you can get it far enough and it's still catching, loop the other one through it. Mm-hmm. Because you're going to be in a scramble position where you can wrap them up like a spider web.
Right.
So just be like a spider in CarJitsu. That's really all you got to fucking do.
Yeah, that's all you've got to do.
Yeah, if you want to control. The submitting part's hard, especially for those gi players.
Well,
they're really good at keeping their chin tucked and pulling.
But because you were on top the whole time, she didn't have a chance to do any offense because you were just on it, right? She had to defend the whole time.
Yeah.
And you went from one to another, and then you just went to sudden death, and then did you get off mount and then jump back on, or how did that?
I did. When I feel somebody's really starting to catch my foot and extend my leg, like they're trying to get more of a half guard position, I'm not interested in that. I'd rather go knee on belly, stay past their guard fully, than get wrapped up.
Right on.
Especially if they're not going to turn and give me their back, which nobody's going to do that in CarJitsu. So I'd rather just pummel, go knee on belly, and keep that top pressure.
Okay. Well, boy, you is impressed. So we're going to see you again, hopefully?
Fuck yeah. Heck yeah.
Heck yeah. Okay. All right. Any last words to the single dads out there or whatever?
Single dads, you already know this one's for you.
All right.
If you're not the parent of your child, if you're not the primary parent, pay your child support.
Here we go. Your winner, Katie B. Words of wisdom.
Oh.
And after a dominant performance, Katie moves to the final round of competition. Her opponent will be one of these two ladies, Miranda Ray versus Rihanna Cardile. Let's run it.